Good evening, the dear devotees, ladies, gentlemen. I'm from Vivekananda Vedanta Society of Chicago, and my name is Swami Ishatmananda. I'm announcing because some of you may not know, so that is the reason for the record. And usually every year, fortunately, I get an invitation from the Pittsburgh Vedanta Society, you people, and to come over here. And this month, that April. So I'm here. And with me, the Rishikesh, he has come. He drove almost all the way 9900 and sometimes 110. And whenever there is a flashlight, he'll be slow to 70. But sometimes those lights were not of the police, they were of the maintenance people. But anyway, they were good controlling him by giving their lights, showing their lights. But even then, we had to have almost 8 hours, right? 8 hours, but including stopping here and there for the gases and all that. But it was a wonderful journey, and I will be going back tomorrow again. I had to give a talk in a Sunday discourse, and it is from 11 a.m. in Chicago. So tomorrow, maybe there will be 2 classes. I think Hari didn't announce, and I'm not having any paper. It may be 2 classes again. 2, right? So we'll be discussing this today. I'll be just introducing, and again, tomorrow, the 2 classes. Khandana Bhava Bandhana. This is a wonderful song, but it is not a song, it is a prayer. And this was composed by Swami Vivekananda himself. And the Vivekananda, you know, is the exponent of the Advaitic Vedanta. But still he is asking us to pray. Khandana Bhava Bandhana. These are 3 words. Khandana means please remove or please cut asunder. Khandana. Bhava, this world, this worldly. Bandhana, that is, we can call it, what's that? That is tying us, binding us. Please remove that bondage. Now we have to think about who is binding us and by what? What is this bhava? Bhava means this world. What is this world? So obviously, these are the things if we don't know, then the effect of this prayer won't be there. Every day, almost all those who are following the philosophy of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Swami Vivekananda, every evening they are praying it. And sometimes some places, even in the daytime also they'll be doing it. Usually in the evening time they do, right from our headquarters in Belur Math, everywhere. So obviously, what is the meaning of it? So we will discuss only on these 3 words. The Khandana, who is going to remove the bondage first? I am not removing. I'm asking somebody. Who is that somebody? I'm praying to someone. Who is that someone? That we will discuss. And what is that bandhana? What is that bondage that is binding us? What are those bondages? And Khandana Bhava Bandhana, that much. Now these 3, if we can understand, then we understand the whole Hindu philosophy with the Advaita Vedanta, Vishishtadvaita Vedanta, Dvaita Vedanta, all. It's very interesting. So we think just we are singing, it is not like that. It's giving the whole philosophy in these 3, if we try to understand this. And not only that, if you remember, or sometimes maybe we usually repeat the whole song twice. And then the last part, 3rd times also we do. And in a fast way. That's called jhala. And in the terminology of the music, is jhala. Jhala means faster. Namo Namo Prabhu Bhakamanatita. Like that is called jhala. There's a quick one. Then also we are beginning with this Khandana Bhava Bandhana last time also. So 3 times every evening we are praying, please remove our bondage. But to whom? The next line it says, Nirguna Gunamay. Nirguna, the one who is not having any epithets, guna. And again, he is Gunamay. He is with all qualities. Now here comes Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya. Because only 25th this month, I think the Tuesday, was very interestingly, both the great acharyas, Tithi Puja was on the same day. That one was almost 44 years Jesus Christ, and another was 1037 or 67, like that, after Jesus. So that was the gap, time gap. But again, they were having the great influence, still they're having great influence as a philosopher. So why this difference? Because one is telling that I am one with God. There is no differences. Another is saying, no, we are different from God. Majority of the religion, they take that. Why? That is easy to understand. That is the reason. It is a Dvaita at the same time, it is Advaita. So it's termed as Vishishta Advaita, qualified monism. So this, our Ramanujacharya is mentioning that God is there, He is supreme, He is all-pervading, He is eternal, but at the same time, He is having the qualities. What are the qualities? Sattva, Raja, and Tama. As because you are listening to the Vedantic talk all the time, attending Vedantic, the programs and reading, these are the terminologies you have to remember. Otherwise, just going to the temple, offering some food, praying to God for our all good things, and then coming back is one thing. But when you are attending the Vedantic talks and reading the Vedantic books, you have to remember these terminologies. Otherwise, you'll be missing the main points. One is with quality, another without quality. Nirguna, gunamay, ni, negative. Sanskrit, ni means negative. So what is that? Guna, sattva, raja, and tama. These three. What is sattva? All good. It is love, it is affection, it is service, it is help, it is prayer, everything that you see good or sattva. Raja, it is a mixture of sattva and tama. That is called raja. And mainly here, little ego is activated. They will be doing, helping people also. They'll be praying for people also. But at the same time, they will boast away. Do you remember I helped you? And now you cannot recognize me. What is this? So that is raja. Sattva will help and will forget and will never remind you. And even if you go and say, sir, I am grateful to you that you helped me, did I? So he helped completely from different standpoint. What is that? I am serving God. So that is the unique quality, pure sattva. And all this religion that we are practicing, trying to do, is to increase the sattva. There is there are so many scriptures are there in Hinduism. The one very famous scripture is Uddhava Gita. Uddhava was a friend and also the devotee of Sri Krishna. He was a Yadava, that clan, and he was very close to Sri Krishna. Now, the Sri Krishna after establishing everything, when he went back to Dwarka, his own place, he found that his own clan, the Yadavas, have become very egoistic. And this is the ego only that separates us from God. It's the ego, I. The moment there comes I, the God goes away. Now, they started doing like that. Individual people, when they say I and they force the ego, and obviously they are separated from God. In the Christian tradition, that story, Adam and Eve, then someone came and they gave to eat a fruit, and after that, their body consciousness came. Though it is, they describe in a different way, explain in a different way, from our point of view, I came. The moment the I came, they were hiding from God. They're separated from God. Previously, they were so simple. They never cared about the body. The moment the body consciousness came, ego came. Oh, this is my body. This I came. And in the Yadava group, it became so much so that they forgot the God himself is sitting over there. The Krishna, the Lord himself, because of his power, because of his blessings, they were so powerful. And they thought, we are powerful, we are controlling everything. And that egoistic people always, they will fight with others. And there is no other else except the Yadava, the same clan, same type people. So they started fighting among themselves, including Sri Krishna's own sons also. So the ego is such a thing that even the son, they also were separated from God. And God, what he did? All through, he was guiding people, helping people through the Pandavas, through directly himself. But now when he saw these people, even when I'm here, they saw everything, learned everything, but still they are not learning. He withdrew himself. He never raised a finger to stop the destruction of his own clan. We have to remember this. Why? Because it is ego that separates us from God. And we are going to pray to God to cut our bondage so that we can get freedom. And if we have the ego, we won't be able to pray. One can pray when one is humble. Otherwise, one cannot pray. The Khandana Bhava Bandhana, who can say that? Ego-free person. But he is self-confident. Oh God, please bless me, and I will also try. He's self-confident, not that he's completely, but one who can truly depend on God, like a little baby lying on the lap of the mother, completely depending on mother. They are saved. Mother will take care. They did not do anything. But the others who are separated from the mother, they have to have the faith on the mother's blessings. So this is the understanding. The Uddhava came to Sri Krishna and he said, "Sir, I'm not going to leave you." This is the only person. All the great personalities, rishis, they came to Sri Krishna. Instead of sitting with the Lord, they said, "Oh, the bad things are happening. Kali is coming." Kali is a conception as all bad things that when is the Kali Yuga? When the ego is on its most, the complete manifestation of the ego. And what happens? People become selfish and only body-centered. Look around this world. The Kali Yuga is going on. People cannot think except their body. Everything they will be doing only to get little clapping. Now, even in the villages, those people are also shooting something and putting in it is all free. And what's called that they are going on, and people will be looking at that. Sometimes it comes, and it is terrible. I say, oh my God, what is happening? That is called the extreme of the Kali Yuga. Everywhere people are suffering because of this. Now, this is the Kali Yuga, and at this time we are praying. Please cut my bondage. And what is that bondage? First is ego. That is the bondage. And rishis they came. I'm just reminding you about the Bhagavata, where this story is described. Lord Krishna, the God himself in the human form sitting, and all over the people, they are burning their houses, killing each other, looting each other, abusing each other. Krishna quietly sitting, doing nothing. The Shakshi. The God never does anything if we are not depending on him. It's okay. You like to suffer? You suffer. So the Shakshi is quietly, like a witness, he is observing. The rishis, they came, said, what will happen to us? The things are changing. Then he said, you better go to Naimisharanya. There you go and stay, and nothing bad will happen to you, because that's a very blessed place. Then another group came. So what should you do? You better go to another place that's called Pushkara. There is a big lake is there. Go by and stay over there and do penances. Nothing wrong will happen to you. They were leaving the Lord. Look at them, rishis and the meritorious people. They're good people. They wanted to save themselves, not knowing that the God himself is sitting over here. This is the point. But this fellow, this Uddhava, he came and sat quietly. Krishna told, go away. Anytime they can come, they can kill you. They have become mad. Anytime they can come. He told that they will come and fight with you, and I will also fight with you, but I'm not leaving, because you are the God. So first we have to have faith. To whom we are going to pray, that please help me to become free from the bondage of these worldly things, I have to have complete faith on him. Otherwise, it is of no use. So that way they started. That's why I brought this Bhagavata story. The only one man, he came and sat over there. And he said, sir, I am not going to leave you. Krishna, I am not going to leave you. All through, we grew up together. But I know that you are God yourself. I always thought that you are my brother, you are my friend, we are companions, we are comrades. We fought together in that great war. But no, I now know that you are the God yourself. I am not going to leave you. Whatever will happen, happen, but I will be sitting before you. Krishna told, look at it. According to the plan of the Supreme, I have to give up my body. Now the time has come. 120 years he survived. Our Ramanujacharya also survived 120 years. And Sri Krishna also lived 120 years. So this Krishna told, now it is time for me to go back to my own abode. And conversation went on, and that is recorded, and that is called Uddhava Gita. Bhagavad Gita, conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. And someone else heard, the Sanjaya, and then that he dictated, he was going on narrating. That is the Bhagavad Gita. Uddhava directly, Sri Krishna and the Uddhava going on asking question. And a time came when the Lord Krishna said, you have to increase your sattva guna. Sattva rajatama, you have to increase your sattva guna. All is good, good and good. Because that all qualities are within us. But if you go on practicing the bad gunas, you become Ashura. Shura and Ashura, these are the terminologies. At the time of Durga Puja, the Ashura being killed, slain, and we are so joyous. What is that Ashura? All bad, selfish thoughts that is within us. I should get it. I should have it. I should do it. All the time, I, nobody else. When someone is going on saying that I, that is Ashura Vritti. And that is denounced in our spiritual tradition. Again, I will take you to Mahabharata to tell you another story. So there, Arjuna promised anyone criticizing the bow and arrow, because that is, for the Kshatriyas, that is their God. When a soldier, he is all the time keeping the arms, he'll never leave it. So that is his God, because he is going to save himself and also to protect others with the help of that. The Arjuna promised, the famous bow and arrow, he was a great archer. So this is my God. If anyone criticizes, I'm going to kill him. Now, so happened. Yudhishthira, he was the elder brother and he was the leader of the Pandavas. But he was not a very good, like the Arjuna, Bhima, he was not that great warrior. The king also, then in those days, the king, they used to go to fight. Then it was decided that at least Yudhishthira one day should lead. So the people will say that Yudhishthira himself, the king himself is fighting. But Arjuna should be at the back to protect him. So that was the plan. And the Yudhishthira that day, he started from his own camp. Arjuna was supposed to come at that time to protect him from the back. But what happened? At that time, the Holocaust that happened at that time is a huge, huge area covered. From the Western Front, information came that a group of people, they are not that way warriors, but they are type of dacoits. They are doing a lot of harms to the camps of the Pandavas. A lot of soldiers are dying because of their sudden attack. And they are ferocious type of people. Avira, that they are the groups, they have come and attacked. Except Arjuna, they are going to lose a lot, because thousands of the soldiers will be killed. So with the permission and the consultation with the Krishna, Arjuna went over there to stop them. And then he thought that he will come back and protect his brother. But that engagement was too long. When he came back, it was already dark. In those days, according to the system, the moment it will be dark and the fighting will be over, stopped, and they will come back to their own camp. Yudhishthira, not knowing that in those days there was no walkie-talkie, how to send the information. Somehow he missed that information. The Arjuna is not at the back. He was boasting and going inside, thinking the Arjuna will come and protect me. But when the opponents saw the Arjuna is not there, nobody is there, only Yudhishthira is coming, they surrounded him and heckled him. But they didn't kill him. They knew he was a good person and they are not supposed to kill a king in that way. So they didn't kill him, but heckled him. So his bows and arrows were taken away and all that. So Yudhishthira was much insulted over there. He came back and he was furious on Arjuna. Arjuna came to report this has happened, Dada, my elder brother, this has happened. So I could not come today. Before he said anything, he said, Dik. Dik means I fire on your. And instead of Arjuna criticizing Arjuna, he criticizes bow and arrow. You boast about that. And you promised and you didn't keep your promise. I was heckled, I was insulted today. As because of you. And Arjuna started crying. Why you criticize my? Because I have promised. And the keeping the promise is the dharma. If I have promised, I have to keep my promise. What is dharma? Dharma means keeping the promise. That's why one should not give promise. That is the main dharma. Raghukula riti sadachali ay. In the Hindi, they will say, Prana yau baru bachan na jai. The Sri Ramachandra is telling to his father. See, this is the tradition of the Raghukula. This is the clan of the Raghus. That we may die, but we will not never break our promises. Arjuna told Dada, brother, what you have done? Why you have criticized me? You know that my promise. Then what, now what I will do? I have to kill you. There is no other way. And both the brothers there, and immediately Yudhishthira understood, then why? Arjuna told you could tell me only. You could call me in bad names as a coward, and you could say many things that you want. But why? Now what will happen? I have to kill you. I have to keep my promise. At that moment, Krishna came and told that what happened? Why both of you are crying? And next day there's war. Again, we have to go. We have to fight. Why you were crying now? Then they narrated the whole thing. You know what the Krishna said? Don't you know? If you criticize a respected person before everyone, it is like his death. You need not to kill him physically. But he told Arjuna, before others, before everyone, if you criticize Yudhishthira, that will be as good as killing him. That will be sufficient. That is the real dharma. And now, all respected people, so-called respected people, then the people are criticizing them and they don't mind at all, and they're very happy that every day our names are coming in the newspaper, people are reading about us. They're so happy. Actually, it is the death, and that is called dharma. The finest thing is this. And we think dharma means some type of miraculous power should be there, these, that. No, that is not. These are the things. So the finer part of our life, they become so qualified and so wonderful. Then the Arjuna had to do that. And then again, Arjuna told, elder brother means like father. I am not supposed to criticize my elder brother. And I criticized the elder brother before everyone. And I have insulted my father. Now I should kill myself. Now I should commit suicide. Another problem came. Again, Krishna came. And Krishna told, if a respected person boasts for himself, that is as good as committing suicide. You boast boastfully. And look at this today. Each and every one boastfully going on, beating his own back, patting his own back and saying, I am this, I am that, I am. And one of our Swamiji used to say, in America, everything I. iPhone, iPad, and I. But there's a good news. The iPhone is very good. But anyway, this I actually came, the ego came, and when you boast yourself and you are committing suicide, so these are the finer parts of religion. Unless and until your mind is that way trained, you think that you will realize God? That is not so easy. So you have to train yourself, purify your mind. Then only it is possible to realize God, the highest point of realizing. So why I am telling this story? Because that is the basis. We should be ready before we pray to God to give us complete freedom by taking away all the bondages. We'll be discussing in details tomorrow, maybe. So this first thing, to whom we are praying. Second, are we having complete faith on that personality? So that we know that he is capable to give us freedom first. From what? The bondage means what? What are those bondages? We have to be very careful about that. Otherwise, most of the people without understanding what a bondage is, and suddenly they will leave the earth and home, start walking. They think that is a, and after some time, they will feel like, why I'm going, where I'm going. I need food. They will feel hungry. Then they will start begging. It is not necessary. So you have to understand that also. What are the bondages? This, if it is clear, then about the gunas, these are the gunas of the bondage. So sattva, raja, tama gunas. Again, come back to the first story. When you increase your sattva guna, the Krishna told to the Uddhava, and Uddhava asking, how I will know that I have increased my sattva guna? I will try to love people, pray for the people, support people, help them as best as possible, as good as possible. But how I will know that I have increased the sattva guna to that level so that I am now ready to get the blessings of God? That is called the purification of mind. Again, if you come to the Lord Jesus, blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they shall see God. Who said there are the sinners? No one will see. Those who are free from all the attachments, their hearts are purified. Attachment with what? Attachment to the worldly things. So these are the discussions. So when he asked, how I will know that I have increased my sattva guna? Then the answer was, when you will feel attracted to listen to my words, you will know that you have increased your sattva guna. When I go to different places and see our devotees, so every month, every time the Swamis are coming, they themselves are also reading and discussing, small study groups are there. Constantly the same thing they are listening, hearing, pondering, reading, but still they are so much interested to hear that, listen to that. They have increased their sattva guna. These are so we should know, that is why I am referring, our sattva gunas are increasing and increased. And that is the best quality that we are having. Though we are taking care of the families, as because we are in the household, we are in the family, they are taking care. At the same time, whatever possible. See, this young boy, when he was driving, and he knew that I had to reach before 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, there is a program. He was driving so fast. At the same time, he was going on talking with his office. That is also his maintenance. I was looking at him and thinking, my God. See, he is careful about my program because he committed that he will drive. At the same time, he is careful about his own duty in the office. So putting on the earphone and he is going on talking and giving taking the instructions and giving the instruction like that, as they do in the office meetings. That was also going on. So these are the wonderful qualities that slowly some people are growing, but they love to listen to the discussions about God. That is called the sattva guna. The friends, we have to slowly reach to that height, that point. Then only it will be possible for us to believe that, God, please help me to go beyond these bondages. And when you are praying to that, you should be careful. You should be careful, because suppose he says, okay, you are free, then what will happen? Because you have so many desires. No, not now. After, say, 50 years. Let me complete. I am already, I have booked a condo and I am going to purchase a new house. Let me complete all those things. And then only a Mercedes-Benz and the car I am planning to purchase. And suddenly the God comes and says, you are free. What is it? So you have to be very careful before prayer. What you are praying, are you sincere? So these are the things that we have to, at this moment, yes, I am this. But anyway, literally that we know these are the things that happens, and it truly happens. When we pray, prayers are answered. Only thing you know, particularly the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna Ma Sharada, they are not gods, they are our father and mother, like that. They're very much concerned. And they know what you are asking, you are praying, you are not aware about the result of that. That is the reason sometimes they wait to say that, okay, we'll give you. But let you be ready for that. Sometimes the children will request the father, please purchase a motorbike for me. The father knows he is only 12 years old, it's not permitted. At least he should be 18, then only he will get the permission and he can purchase the. So like that, that will be granted when you are ready to receive that. Before that, you have to make yourself ready. And that is called sadhana. And that is called tapasya. I went to the Houston, Texas, in our ashrama, and last week. And we had again, that's like this, the 2 days talk on the tapasya. Tapasya means spiritual austerity. What is the spiritual austerity and how it? And this here, when our Susmita Di asked for the topic, I thought, why not this? Every evening we are praying Khandana Bhava Bandhana. If not here, sometimes we play the music in the ashramas and maybe in the own home. But what is this Khandana Bhava Bandhana? This is really, really very interesting. And we should know what is our prayer. Carelessly we are praying, the prayer will never be answered. Sincerely you are praying, it will be answered. Sincerely you are praying, but the God knows when that blessing should come. So you have to prepare yourself and you will get it for sure. And suppose you are free, are you happy? So that also you have to understand. So I think we should stop over here. And if you have any question to a clarification of this, we can try. So tomorrow at what time in the morning?
10 o'clock.
Tomorrow 10 o'clock, 10 to, you can announce that. So this, because tomorrow we have to go back. So I think it quickly will finish and have the lunch and have to say goodbye to you. So this is Khandana Bhava Bandhana we like to discuss. But few points you can also ponder over. You can also think that to whom we are going to pray, and do we believe him completely first? And second, what are the bondages that we are praying to cut asunder? Third, and what is this bhava? Bhava means this world. What is this world actually? And how it is binding us? And finally, if we are free from the bondage, what is going to happen to us? Are we ready for that? Do we really want it or not? So these are the things we will discuss. We will discuss tomorrow. Okay then? I think it is. Any question? If you have, right, sir.
What are the signs or symptoms to understand ourselves?
It's a good question. So whether I am ready to receive the blessings of God or not, the first thing is, there are only two things are there, only two. One is the creator, another the creation. Now, one who is making the dolls and he is putting this thing and making the dolls. If you are happy with the dolls, he will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties of dolls. But you won't get that creator. But if you think, why not the creator? If I am with the creator, then anytime, any dolls I can get, if I want. So choice is yours. If you want the creation, then the creator won't be with you. But if you want the creator himself, then you have to give up the creation. Now that you won't get. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you like to know the property of that rich man? Why you were asking the doorkeepers and his managers and what? Go and develop friendship with that rich man. And if he likes you, then he will tell everything to you. Moreover, if you want and if he also wishes, then you can give a portion of it to you too. So that is, we have to decide, shall I go to God or the God's creation? That is the first quality. If you go, have you seen the picture of goddess Kali? How many of you have seen the picture and the images of Kali? Good, so many. Did you notice that Kali is having 4 hands? And in the right, there are 2. In the left, there are 2, 4 hands. Right side, the hands are so wonderful. She's showing like that. That is called Abhaya. When you show like this, Abhaya, the blessings. You need not to be afraid. I am the mother. I will bless you. I will protect you. Another is like this. The same hand comes down like this. This is giving the boons. Whatever you want, I will give you. In the right hand side. So if you want the materialistic progress, success, you should go to the right side of the mother. That's called Dakshina Kali. Dakshina means right. The Dakshina Kali, if you are worshipping the Dakshina Kali and going to the right-hand side of the mother and saying, Mother, give me some intellect. So I like to get success in my exam. Or give me this, give me that. All worldly things, mother will give. But if you want to get the mukti, liberation, then you have to come to the left. And that's called Bama Kali. And that's terrible. Exactly opposite. Right is good. In the left, she is holding a sword and the shavered head and the down left. She has cut the head of a person and holding like this, and that sword is also there in the left-hand side. What is that? People are afraid. They think the whole mother is cutting the heads of the people. In the Hindu temples over here, I visited many, they never keep the Kali images. Why? They can't explain to the local people. The local people will be afraid. Exactly opposite. Majority of the Americans, those who are coming to Hindu faith, they love Mother Kali. So many, the one lady came to me, she herself had made a wonderful statue of Mother Kali and worshipping in her home. They understand that power. But we think, oh, they will misunderstand. Actually, you have misunderstood Mother Kali. Mother Kali didn't cut anyone's head. If a lady is cutting the head of the people, can we call her mother? And that too, divine mother? It's all symbolic. Head is the symbol of intellect. That's why the mother is keeping as the garland, the skulls. But how many skulls? In the Sanskrit alphabets, from A to Anushara, this 52 alphabets, that is over here. That is the symbolic. Hinduism is all symbol. And why Mother Kali? Because she is the nature. All knowledge is in the nature. You have to understand from there only. And what is this sword? You have to cut the ignorance, the ego that we are talking about. You have to cut the ego, and then you will be free. So if you want the mukti, the liberation, free from the bondage of this birth and death in the circle, you have to come to the left. The Sannyasins, they worship goddess Kali. They don't worship Durga. You will notice that. Sannyasins don't worship Durga. Durga is they always give the bestows for the worldly development of prosperity. But the Kali is giving the mukti. So the sannyasis, they go to the left side, Bama Kali. So the householder should not worship the Bama Kali. They should worship Dakshina Kali, the benign mother. Now, suppose the mother is working in the army. And when she is at home and she is a mother, the children will go to her. She will cajole and then play with them. Mother, I want this. Mother, I want that. She will go. But suppose she is in the warfield and she is having that gun and firing and do that. If the child goes over there, what will happen to her? So there she is working and fighting. She is doing her duty. That time children are not supposed to go and beg for. So we have to understand that the power of God depicted by the Hindus as mother. She is, when working, you are not supposed to go and beg for all this. If you want mukti, come this side, and you have to practice, give up all these worldly things. The sannyasins, they are not supposed to marry, they are not supposed to have the property, they should not go for the name and fame and anchoring this, that. You have to give away everything if you have the courage. When one boy came, so I was thinking, when I will earn some money and give it to my parents, then only I'll become sannyasi. Need not to. You better continue serving your parents. That will also all right. But those who become sannyasi, they never think about that. That is it comes in the mind. Never think about anything. Simply they leave everything. Like the Buddha, Lord Buddha, he was a prince. He was having his beautiful wife and the son and everything. Once it came in the mind that I like to go, and he left everything without thinking what he is going to achieve. So Dakshina Kali and Bama Kali, choice is yours. Both are good. Any other question? So we have a Kali temple in Chicago. The one Bengali gentleman has a Kali temple. A lot of people, they go, they worship. But the problem is sometimes the priest, they are not trained in the Kapalika mantras, the Kali mantras. Sitting before Ma Kali, they are chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. Okay, but I didn't say anything because that much they know. So they are doing. That's all Vishnu and Guru Pranam and all that, whatever the Sanskrit mantras, they have mugged up and that. But the Kali is a different thing. That's why you have to understand. So if you are going to a physicist, you have to speak about the physics only. There, if you talk about the music or the poetry, physicists will say, hey, what you are doing? Why you are wasting my time? So that is like that. When you are going to the Kali, there's a Kali mantra, there's a Shakti mantra, and it is really dangerous. Unless you know properly, the Mahakali is really very sensitive because it is a power. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, if you chant the Ganesha mantra, before him it is okay. Because he is Sarva Dharma Samannaya. He said, okay, he is calling me, it's okay. But Kali is not that. It's very sensitive. The Shakti, the power. And if you don't believe, that is different. But it is truly there.
It's not a question, Swami, but what it struck me was, just today I finished reading the book on Sri Chakra Puja, and you brought this Kali topic together. That's one thing.
And it is really that it is Shakti Puja, that Shakti, it is there. Power is always there. We are blinking. There's also power. But sometimes if we lose that, we won't be able to blink also. So power is there everywhere. Where from that power is coming, generating within. And that is called Shakti. Shiva and Shakti. But that is also another the thought world you have to enter. That is Tantra. Tantra means that spatial knowledge. Tanyate vistaryate jnanam anena iti tantram. But unfortunately, because it is Shakti, they say, the dacoits also worship Kali. And as because it is depicted as a dark hue of the mother, and she is holding the sword and cutting the head of the people, all the stories. It's all stories only. She didn't kill anyone. Really, she was having, and there are some of the tantrikas, they're asking question through the songs. The great, the tantrikas were there. When there was no Brahmanda, no creation was there, where you got the human skull? That is the first question. The Mother Kali is going and cutting. The story there goes that she was going on killing the demons, but no, she didn't do anything. This is all symbol. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna worship goddess Kali. And each and every one were criticizing Kali at that time. And a group of people, they were telling, oh my God, you are worshipping this lady? She's cutting the head of the people and you Hindus worship this lady? Among the Hindus, there was a confusion. They stopped that, including the family of Rabindranath Tagore. They all stopped worshipping goddess Kali and they were criticizing. But Sri Ramakrishna said, oh no, it is power. But Sri Ramakrishna never debated or never said, oh, you should not say this, you should not say that. She only worshipped that. And then the tremendous power came. Everywhere, you see, feel that power. Okay then, thank you.